I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald
this rant and review. God, I'm so fucking stupid. Well, it's finally here. After a year and a half of build-up, we finally got it. Fantastic Four First Steps. Yes, this is going to be a rant and review because there's quite a few things I've got an issue with, but and I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Say it! I don't wanna!
No, I don't wanna.
Say it!
I actually really liked it. Yep, let's talk about it.
Say what again? Say what again? Say what again? Say what again?
I bet you didn't see that shit coming, did you? It's no mystery that I've been pretty tough on Marvel this year, and hell, they've deserved it, okay? Brave New World did Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford no favors with its god-awful writing and abysmal green screen. And sure, Thunderbolts was a bit better, but going from the exploration of anxiety and depression to cracking snappy one-liners and team-up humor gave me enough emotional whiplash to make me sick.
Okay.
But Fantastic Four? I actually think it was a really good attempt at revitalizing the now defunct MCU. Now look, I still have my issues, some of them being as big as Galactus himself, but rest assured, this isn't one of my typical I want to go high-five an 18-wheeler on the highway, this is so bad kind of videos. With that being said, there's no real way to spoil this film. The trailers pretty much tell you everything you need to know, but I won't be going over in detail anything you haven't already seen. Do me a favor though, and spoil me by hitting that like button. A, because I have no shame, and B, it does help us smaller content creators get a bit more recognized. Anyway, let's get into this.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
So, Fantastic Four does a little something different from the rest of the MCU startup films we've all grown to love, or in some instances, hate.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
The film opens up with Reed Richards, portrayed by everyone's favorite, holy shit, it's this fucking guy again, actor Pedro Pascal, discussing Vanessa Kirby's, Sue Storm's, reveal that she's pregnant. And now look, they already have their powers at this point, right? They're already well into their crime-fighting careers, they're admired by the entire world, but portions of their backstory play out on these pseudo 1960s documentaries on late-night TV. They don't harp on it too much. There aren't any drawn-out scenes showing their origins. We're just fed small snippets of this documentary throughout the first, I'd say 15 minutes or so, just enough to get to know who they are and what they can do. Anyway, as Sue gets further and further along in her pregnancy, there's a growing concern that their son might actually be afflicted with cosmic powers due to the combination of their mutated DNAs. While Reed is building the technology to test these things out, Johnny Storm, played by Eddie from Stranger Things of course, becomes interested in an intercepted message from space, withdrawing into his room in an attempt to translate what's being said within it. Oh, and Ebon Moss-Backrack, I hope I said that right, Ben Grimm? Yeah, he's just being the thing this whole time. He's constantly giving Johnny shit any chance he can, helping Sue with tasks around the house, and generally being the comedic glue that holds everyone together. In essence, all seems well in the Fantastic Four headquarters. Villains are being rounded up with ease, Sue's pregnancy isn't causing any complications until one evening, the sky turns bright red with the arrival of Julia Garner's Silver Surfer. Or as I like to call her, the T-1000 on a skateboard.
I do not understand.
I do. I understood that reference.
Her arrival marks one thing. Earth has been targeted for destruction. Galactus is coming, and only the Fantastic Four can stop him.
I'll make that deal. How about you bitch? You make that deal?
I make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
Let's kick off a criticism with the man of the hour. Or shit, the man of the last 2 damn years if we're all being honest. Pedro Pascal. He did a decent enough job, yeah, and I'll give him credit for delivering another solid performance, as he always does. He's a great actor after all, but, he's not Reed Richards. All of the fan backlash and commentary about a miscast was warranted here. The guy just wasn't the Reed we all know and love from the comics. Shit, instead of being calm and reserved or borderline flamboyant because of his confidence in certain moments, old Pedro looked like he was gonna break out and have a good fucking cry for most of the runtime.
Gonna cry?
Where Pedro can't deliver though, Quinn and Moss-Backrack do, and they're constant picking on one another, delivering quirky, well-timed one-liners just to get underneath each other's skin is the highlight of First Steps as far as character development goes. And I was worried. Look, I really was. Ever since I heard that Johnny Storm wasn't going to be his usual womanizing self from the mainstream media, which, by the way, is a complete bullshit lie. He still very much lusts after women. I was hoping they wouldn't fuck with the brotherly love Johnny and the Thing have for one another. And they didn't. It's all there in all its glory, damn near perfectly replacing the typical cheesy deadpan bullshit Marvel has a nasty habit of doing. We need more of this Fantastic Four humor, Disney. Give me more. More! Then there's the big baddie, Galactus himself, and Ralph Ineson embodies the character. No question. This fucker he's huge, he's deep, he's dark, foreboding, and anytime he's on screen, I was just sitting there going, you know, why don't this guy just flick these people out of existence? He can, look at him. He's of course accompanied by Julia Garner's T-1000 on a skateboard. Yeah, she's there. She doesn't do much besides push the plot forward, disappear, and then come back when more plot needs a pushing. She wasn't really important or impactful. At least not enough to justify keeping her in the film in light of all the fan backlash, but hey, if Disney actually gave a fuck what we thought, the last 5 years of this slop would have never existed in the first place.
He's out of line, but he's right.
I mean, seriously, you could have removed her. You could have removed the flimsy dynamic and plotline she had with Johnny too. It goes literally nowhere, and nothing of value would have been lost here. They just wanted to cast a woman as the Silver Surfer. That's it. Whatever. No harm, no foul. But don't you sit there and fucking lie to me, Disney.
But he's right.
Speaking of things of value being lost, do you know what could have been lost though? Reed and Sue's baby, Franklin, because these dumbasses, for whatever reason, allow her pregnant self to just come along with them.
Are you retarded?
Traveling at light speed in a space shuttle? Sure, why not? Negotiating with a planet-eating entity that's 10 feet from where they're standing? Well shit, I don't see a problem here at all. What about using themselves as bait, getting dangerously close to a wormhole that could end all of their lives in a second, the babies included? Nope, just another day at the office, I suppose.
Right.
Sure, Vanessa Kirby is pretty good as the character. She's actually very convincing as the protective mother archetype, but I don't know, there's just something about Jessica Alba that I liked more.
You're goddamn right.
All right. In all seriousness, Kirby isn't bad. She was likable enough, convincing enough that I was rooting for her in the final battle against Galactus, which is, I'm not gonna get into that because, you know, of course, the spoilers. But if you heard all the complaints coming out of the early screenings, you know, the whole girl boss bullshit, you know, just pretty standard Marvel stuff at this point. Yeah, it's all true. They didn't appear to change anything, and the ending is as stupid as you're thinking.
Fuck.
With all that being said, complaints and all, I'd be a liar and an asshole if I said I didn't have a lot of fun with this film. And if there's one thing I'm not, it's a liar. Outside of the Thing and Johnny's relationship, I think what I enjoyed the most was the stylistic approach Disney took here. First Steps has that Fallout, Jetsons kind of feel. Yeah, it's the 1950s, but everything looks, feels, and operates like it's futuristic. Oh, and on that note, the CGI and VFX is pretty damn good for the most part. There's a few issues like Galactus looking a bit inconsistent, Franklin seemingly hovering and jittering around whenever he's being held, and the T-1000 on a skateboard. I have no fucking clue what the hell they were thinking with her.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
But none of it is too overbearing, and can likely be attributed to some of the reshoots that were reported on a few months ago. But look, this is a Fantastic Four film, alright? The family dynamic is there, the superpower team-ups are there, the style, the tone, just the general feel and vibe of this thing. It all screams Fantastic Four. No, I don't think it's going to be the God Savior everyone is saying it's going to be, and no, I don't think it means Marvel is back, but I think if they can replicate the strengths this film has and work on some of its weaknesses, we can most certainly see the MCU get back on the track of greatness.
Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah!
So, what's my rating? We happy?
We happy? Yeah, we happy.
Yeah, despite the number of issues it has, most of them being centered on the girl boss nonsense, stupid character choices, and Pedro Pascal looking like he's going to pass out from an anxiety attack right there on set, it was still a lot of fun. It had the aesthetic, it had the proper villain, it had Johnny and the Thing chucking insults at one another, all wrapped up in a simple, cohesive script. And you know, it's gotta be at least somewhat decent if it's getting a positive rating from my Disney-hating ass. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for checking out my review. I'll talk to y'all later.